Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Anno 1800. How good of you to join to Panagos as we're looking at our young city so far. We are surviving, thriving, well, it depends, right? So we have a good economy for the moment. Bad thing is that I wanted to sell my soap and unfortunately the pirate is completely blocking Eli. So of course I still, and Princess Ching also feels that, of course, as we can see here right now. Problem with that is, of course, we need to make some money. I don't have any. We are at 8,000 coins only. Even a single window factory at this point is impossible for us to build because it would just, be unaffordable. We need to make money and we can only do this right now with soap or time because we got a good balance there, 1,500 credits, which is great. However, the income is a slow process. I would rather have something like soap selling. Now, Archie has a quest for us that usually is a bit of money, right? So 7,000 here for a pickup quest. And to mix up the Duchess ship in the ordeal, could you manage this rather thorny misunderstanding for me? And alright, the Duchess's ship. Sail to Archibald Lights. Oh no, it's over here. This is once again tricky because we got the pirate in the way. Now, one way we can solve this problem, of course, is getting ahead here and getting to a ceasefire, like all the opponents already achieved. The problem is she probably demands around 90 to 120,000 credits. That is something I cannot afford. Now, hooray, once something is done though, and that's our beautiful frigate. This is coming out, our first warship really, and it's going to help us secure that corridor over there to the soap trade. However, we know the pirate is pretty diligent when it comes to taking down your ships, and she has way too many. So I can only protect the soap trader there for a while. Look at the loot here. That is just so tempting if it weren't for the pirate. Yeah, unfortunately, no can do. Let's just wait it out there. I'm building a schooner right now for a bit of soap selling there again. And we can also build another frigate then. Let's also push that. So I have two. That should be a nice protection. Now let's also check it up. The New World has something for us. I think we are finishing that expedition. Before we do that, let's have a quick look at my city itself. As we're looking at a very stable economy there. Bread is looking a bit bad. But other than that, we are bound to upgrade a few more. Windows should be coming in really as we finished that. The production is up and running now, as we see. So Panagos has started the next tier. There it is, the first ton. Right, it's going to be a slow process for the windows, but we're not going to need them right away anyway. So we're just going to pile it up a bit and then push for some buildings that require windows. Let's have a few more artisans here while we have the steel beams, and with the remaining timber, let's go ahead and also build us a few more houses, especially here. Those farmers are happy to upgrade, and then we also have a few farmers that would like to go for workers. So let's also push them a bit in here. Really, as long as we're down on building materials, it shows us that we are doing everything right for the moment because we have a beautiful production, and that means we are investing all that right away. One more thing, the steel beams is sitting at 3 factories now. We have a surplus of 3 steel, which is a lot really, and we have a production for the weapons of 1 and of steel beams of 4. We can still push this a bit, right? So I can still go ahead and build me 1 more steelworks. Let's do this. This is going to consume the steel once more. It also raises my pollution, but it is another production here that we can do. And with that, we have 5 of that now per minute. And we have this weapon factory where we could theoretically also build us a second one. I think I'm going to do this once we have some steel beams in again. Alright, so far so good. It's time though to open up the new world. We are already going to have some trouble over there, I think. And the map of these endless dunes is a swindle. The first officer turns to berate the guide from whom they were purchased, but the fellow is already gone, as if the sands had swallowed it up. A solitary well offers a slight dribble of consolation, but your man must otherwise come to terms with being rather lost. And we have... Oh, there is an attack.
We're adrift.
No, I heard some cannon shots fired. Or was it part of the expedition? That might be the case. Let's go ahead and navigate the stars. And the stars are fickle, say your officers by way of excuse. After traveling for a while, the familiar shape of the well appears in the darkness. Your men have been walking in a circle. Navigate by the stars. And something of a path appears, though as much by luck as stargazing. A little way along it, a silhouette crenelates the night. An imposing fortress, too tired to trouble. You wonder if it's worth knocking on the ground door, and it's never a good idea really, right? Ignore the fort and continue along the path. And with that, we continue onwards. Resuming your desert path is the only option. Okay, this does not seem like it's the last mission, but it is. So we escaped the desert, and we have arrived in the new world. That is already, as we can see, now of course also completely enabled for us, because ultimately it doesn't matter. We only have one island to the north, and that is Manola, and this is where we want to go. We got Isabel. We should get a... Sean is also introducing himself. We should get now a clipper from Isabel Samento. She's over here, our only friend in this region, and there it is, the mackerel. Let's just try to get over there as quickly as possible. My flagship, where is it? Where's my flagship? Over here is going to make sure that we also get there somehow. And there it is. Beautiful Manola, our second big city that we can settle, and our only island that we're allowed to settle in the new world at all. And I think we will also not really be able to keep more than one island, right? So the clipper, let's make sure that it survives. Over there is a passage there right now. There's one pirate along the way. Here, that is Sean Lafetune, and I think with Sean, we are... Are we in a state of war? We are in a state of war with him. So this one ship here, we need to make sure is outside of our boundaries. We might actually cut it away there with my flagship. We might sacrifice that flagship for the clipper to arrive. In all the night here that we have right now. Not a lot that we can see. And the pirate is already chasing us. This is going to be nasty. Let's try to get to the clipper there ASAP. But I think the clipper is lost. Let's throw something overboard so we can speed it up a bit. We are also sailing completely against the wind. There's really nothing more I can do about this. We are going to lose that clipper here. We can just enjoy the scenery with all of that. That's the only thing really. And their shots are being fired. And that's the end of Isabel Samento's gift that we have received. The only thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to send the flagship back to Panagos right away, because there's nothing here that we can salvage. Look at that. I mean, these are ship of the lines. Heavy ships, really. How fast they are in comparison. This, of course, is the job of the combat overhaul mod. Boosting those ships right from the beginning, making them way too fast. And my clipper, unfortunately, meets a very quick end to this life. Of course, not everything is lost. We still have time. Manola is still not settled. We can send independence after it. Independence over here. And we're going to quickly get us some building materials on board. That is some planks. That is, at least for one defense, a cannon. That is 2 steel beams and also some bricks. The remaining bricks that we have. And let's get this one to the new world right away. And try it again. And I just hope that we get out in the right way, right? So, in the north of the new world. I was expecting this kind of, and this should be a way more secure way of achieving this, right? So my clipper will be coming out up here somewhere, and then just make room. Yeah, the thing is, those ship of the lines are even faster than flagships. Flagships are actually pretty fast. They have sails and also steam motors, right? So they should really be having an edge here. Unfortunately, that's not the case, as this ship of the line is catching up. But I think we could make it still. We'll just see if I can save that. He's going fire now right away then. It's really dangerous out there. Yeah, I think we can actually do it. Let's speed up time there real quick. And it's out of its boundaries. Perfect. At least the flagship has been secured, and off it goes back home again. Back in Panagos, the timber is rolling in. Let's continue with a bit of city building. That's actually the most important thing right now, because it also gives me money, right? Go ahead, having a few upgrades here. And a few steel beams we still have, so let's upgrade a few more artisans here to the next level. Very good. And then we can also continue with a few more worker upgrades. as the city is growing. Thank you very much, Tobias, for your message. I don't care one bit how many expeditions we have. We have, however, a schooner once again under the proud banner of the cat. This schooner is a suicide mission, of course. It is still going to try to sell some soap and that's it. So we're going to put some 50 tons in, not more, because everything else would slow it down way too much. And look at that, yeah, they're really blockading Eli there. That's the only reason they're here, right? It's a total blockade of Eli. Oh, explosions now too. This charcoal kiln has been destroyed, so we need to rebuild it, costing me some money there again. Alright, there is a free passage now, what I can see. The Admiral is coming along, but that should be fine. This is looking good. Let's try it out. Storm Patrol is on the move. I repeat, Storm Patrol is on the move. And probably going to its quick demise then as well. As long as we can sell some soap, I'm happy. Ship constructed. Ah, very good. I like the sound of that. Another frigate comes out, rolling. And another clipper is now being built, just in case we lose the New World clipper. There is a high chance for that. As you can see, I've not built any harbor defenses yet. It's just too expensive for me at this point. Also, the AI will not attack for the moment. I mean, I could be mistaken. Miss Hunt is building up a sizable fleet already. But still, we have the pirate in between as well. Let's just try to make this work. That's looking good.
Adjust the sail.
I think the schooner could even survive. And making some 20,000 coin out of those 50 tons of soap. And look at that. This is doubling our balance there right now. And the schooner actually survives, getting back to the harbor area. Perfect. That was not a suicide mission after all. With that, we can double our window production if I want to. And of course, we should consider that. I might also consider building up now my sewing machine production, as that is something that will net us some money. Or, since we have lots of workers and artisans, going for beer. And I think that is my favorite at the moment. For beer, we do need another farming area that I would like to have somewhere over here probably. So let's get that warehouse over there. And let's copy that warehouse, because that means we can have hops plantations now. And we can start with that right away. Beer production will require us the hop farms and then also breweries. For the grain farms, we have plenty of room, as we can see. We just need some malt houses then. And they don't really require that much space. So I'm going to go with those here. And probably also on the other side. Just fine, really. And that's it for the moment. I might also squeeze me in another warehouse than just here. That's that. And then we need some grain farms. Now, I will need 2 more anyway for the bread. So let's just do this right away. Right, let's double our bread output. That's 2 more bakeries than here in Panagos as well. Already costing me quite a bit. And then we can do something for the malt houses. I might actually squeeze in some of them here. We'll be able to do this just fine. Perfect, really. On the spot, as we can see. Perfect. And with that, we can have 2, 4... Let's make it 3 malt houses. Let's make it 4 malt houses in total, producing us the malt that we need for the beer. And with that, we only need some breweries, and of course, we're going to do this in the industry zone. So I'm going ahead with, I think 6 of them should be fine. 8 of them we could afford, all the way up to 8. Let's go ahead with 8. Beer actually, does not smell very good in its production. So we're going to have it a bit further away from the city itself, right? Over there we can have some breweries. There is a warehouse already close by, and I might just make another one up here. Right, and with that, the next production is coming along. Fantastically. And I think we have everything for that. We have the workforce. By the way, quickly, let's check out the New World just on time. The Clipper is arriving. Holy cow, what a timing. Perfect. And let's get to the main beach area there. The pirate has already got sent, and he's already on the move. I will probably need to emergency settle over there for the moment, because the pirate will catch up, right? Where's the wind? He's sailing against the wind. He should not be able to get there so quickly. And perfect, the Admiral, the schooner is in between. He destroys the schooner of the Admiral and ignores us for the moment. That's a bit of luck here. And we can go to the main harbor right away. It's very expensive to move a main harbor building from one side of an island to another one, so I'm happy that we don't need to do this. He offers me a destruction quest for 18,000. It's very kind of you, but we're not going to accept this one. If I let it run out, we should not get a penalty, I think. I will not be able to do a destruction quest at this point. I'm not going to risk my frigates. As soon as I leave my main harbor area, they're going to get attacked, right? So we're not doing that. What I can do, however, I can sell another 50 tons of soap and try to get it to Eli. And I think this is what I would like to risk in this area. Let's let it run out. At least 3 repetition we lost there, unfortunately. Let's just have a look. This is looking rather clean again. So we are trying another selling. That's another 20,000 we could earn potentially with that. And here we are, main island. Let's just try to settle a bit in the center there. And the pirate and the admiral have made peace. So in that case, I mean, think about it. A peace with a pirate or a ceasefire costs around 80,000. They're just doing it like that, right? Like they don't even care about money. And Manola has been settled with that. And we're in the safety of this area. Can I build harbor defense right away? Unfortunately, we do need to get obreros first. So the warehouse here is the only thing right now that keeps us safe in this region here. Now, what I need to focus on is getting that soap over. There is no pirate for now. And that schooner is so slow. It has all the time in the world, really. It thinks that at least. And look at who's coming in. That is just way too fast. And the schooner... Oh my goodness, where's this one coming from? That was insanely fast. Yeah, no can do. We lose the soap. That's just how it goes here. We sold it! 20,000, just like that, at the very last second. Hooray! Oh my goodness, that was intense. Let's build us another schooner right away. The schooner doesn't cost me anything, right? So it's just safe to do this. And then we have unlocked the ship of the line now ourselves. And the royal warship is not that far away anymore. With that, we could actually make a serious business then in securing our area if I want that. Of course we want that, so we might need to wait on that. Let's have a few more artisans in. And with the remaining stuff, yep, let's go ahead for the beer production, shall we? Now, as we can see, we already need 4 beer, so I should work around with around 6 beer that we need. And for that, we do need quite a few plantations. One of them is the hop farms now. We do need 9 of them. Let's build them right away. 1, 2, 3, 6... Yeah, well, that's actually 8 already. 7,800 credits here. And then another one here. That's 3, 6, 9. Perfect. At least that's working. That's the hops farms. Beautiful as they are. Beautiful as they can be. And then we need 6 grain farms and 3 malt houses, right? So we can build all of them here right away. That's 5 that we build. Plus another one over here together with the warehouse. And then we can build 3 malt houses, I think. Very expensive. Look at my balance. We're down to 700 now only. And this allows me now to build 6 breweries, right? The ratio should be right on that. The 130 for the hop farm and 30 seconds for the malt farm, which needs then in return 6 grain farms. And that leads to a brewery for 6 of them that we can have. 6 breweries is going to cost me what? Yeah, quite a bit. So 3 of them cost me 4,800. That we can do, but we lack a few building materials. So let's just wait there a second. There is also some materials coming in again. Very good. And yeah, it's another day coming to an end in Panagos. As we grow. We might also, since we have lots of planks, go ahead and upgrade more people to workers. This of course will actually mess up my beer production again. So I do actually need more breweries with that. But of course that also means more money. And boy, we do have a lot to upgrade. Go ahead and upgrade those 2 C1s. And there's another one over there. So many workers, really. We got still 300 farmers we could potentially upgrade. Let's keep them actually because I do need more farms anyway. With that, yeah, my consumption for beer has gone up to 5. So we still have a surplus of 1. Soap is fine, bread is fine, sausage we need to update, the rest is still fine. Sausage we need to update. That means at least 1 more pig farm. Let's make it 2 more pig farms. And with that also 2 more slaughterhouses. I think we built them a bit further away. There they are. Those 2. Once again, very expensive. Let's wait for the bricks, because then we can build us the breweries. 6 per minute, that is fine. In the meantime, let's not fiddle around. Let's get back to Manola right away, where also a new day is dawning. And it looks like a very foggy day that we have over here. There is hopefully no one coming in. The pirate is just, yeah, circling around like that. He could, of course, definitely just destroy my clipper there. Honestly, I don't care about the clipper too much. I care about Manola. So let's go ahead and start building us a smaller settlement up for now. Once again, we're going to have a bit of a main road. Over here, we can start with a bit of a plank production that we are going to need urgently. So let's go ahead with... let's make a potential of 5, actually. There is also a clay pit that we are going to need. There you go. And also over here, we can build us the road connections to those lumberjacks, so that those warehouses are getting something out of it. Let's build it. Let's build 4 of them at once. That's that. And with that, we do need already 70 honorlevels now. And that we can do right here in the harbour area. Once again, let's have us a bit of a main road here that we can use then in the center. And the same goes with that. And I'm just keeping it a strange layout like this because we save some money with that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I could also just fill it up like that. Right. To also make a bit more. Now, let's go ahead and also, once again, can we use the same stamps here? No, we can't, but I would still like to use the same layout that we already had in Panagos, right? And that would be with the fountain in the center. I like this a lot, really. We can use it. And these are the layouts we can use. And we can then go ahead and just, for example, turn these into a stamp now, right? So we have this one here again, which I would call the T stamp. And then we have various sizes of that. And then we can also go ahead with this one here, which is the fountain stamp. Oh, this one is in the T now. Sorry. We need to make this one again. So I need to create a new stamp, of course, with the fountain stamp, right? So that's this one, fountain. And then we're going to deselect that and create us a new one. Ah, I can already hear something. And that is the end of my clipper, most likely. Yeah. The pirate decided it's worth the risk. He goes in. At this point, I cannot upgrade the trading post because we would need to build obreros first. The pirate will destroy the clipper, not the warehouse. That is the idea. The warehouse will fire back a bit. But that's still, of course, not going to work out. Let's try to get out there. But there's lots of pirates already waiting in front of Manola exit. There's not going to be any chance here, really. Pirate is taking some damage here, of course, but it's very low comparison. Actually, so far, my clipper survives. Alright, now he turns back. We can still try it, right? But of course, I don't see a lot of chance here of escaping. Let's continue with the marketplace then. So I'm going to have some denser district than here. And then we could have the market just like that. Perfect. Build it, and let's also build as many houses as possible. And with that, the first people are moving into Manola with the Age of Tradition upon us. Where's my clipper? It is down already, right? Yep, clipper is down. Doesn't matter. Manola is starting to thrive. And we, of course, should hurry up a bit here, because the longer I wait, the more likely it is for AI opponents to attack. We have some 10 tons of weapons here to build at least one more building. But of course, the flamethrower is the ultimate defense, and we need obreros for that. So this I would like to focus. Let's actually build the next lumberjack hut and the last sawmill then as well. So we have a full production now of planks here of 5 sawmills. That's a lot of planks coming in. And we can quickly start building more and more houses. These have now the first demands, and we can work on them as well. Let's go back to Panagos now. So from now on, it's really a tale of two cities, right? We have to juggle around here. We have the building materials. Let's go ahead and build us some 6 breweries. 10,000 credits worth and a lot of building materials. But this is going to change things a bit. We're down to 400 on the balance now, negative. But I'm expecting a huge bump here. For the moment, let's close the beer demand for both of them. Amass some 10 tons of beer and then open it up for my people. And this will then lead to a huge jump in income. Okay, soap-wise, we should be fine there too. Let's go ahead and yeah, upgrade us a few more people. These guys here to artisan. And we can still go ahead with a few more people to workers, right, with all the planks that we have. And we got also some destruction over there, thanks to some fire. So I should also work on some fire services that we can provide. One fire station over there. And I might get actually get another one up over there. Perfect. That we have a proper service for my people. Now, what else could we do? We could actually start working on the first demand as well that we have for my artisans. That would be the sewing machines. The rather easy demand, right? Because we already produced the steel and we already have still a surplus of 2. And this would lead me to be able to build around, yeah, 1 sewing machine factory that we could have. And of course we can start with that. Over here is a perfect location for that because we're going to have electricity in this area. And also we can have this closer to the city because they're non-pollution really. So I would like to do this, of course. Let's have a look at the trade union. I would like to have another trade union then somewhere over here. Because we are also going to boost the heck out of these sewing machine factories as they are going to be my next big export good beside the soap, right? Not only do we need quite a few of them, actually move them a bit so we can have an industrial wall then at some point for decoration purposes. And then we can have them like this. And probably like that. Yep, this gets a lot of them in. Perfect. We need to make sure that we do keep a road connection on them at all times. Have a bit of a distance here. Perfect. And then I can still have another one here. That looks good. And then a warehouse just here in the center, connecting them just fine. And with that, we have our first sewing machine factory district up. And you know what? Let's go ahead and build the first one right away.
Watch your fingers, lads.
What a beauty! This is the beginning of a new export industry that we can start with that. I'm tempted for the Royal Galleon. We have another schooner up. I'm really low on money. Let's try to get that soap over there again. Off it goes. This pirate is just leaving the area, so I hope that we kind of like can go around here. That he doesn't see us. And this is indeed looking good. And we can actually sell some of that soap. There you go, 20,000. And let's get the schooner back home again immediately. Pescatarians we have also. Or actually we have unlocked them, right, with enough people. Let's go back to Manola and build us a few more houses now here. We can just actually continue there with this layout there as it's very efficient and still remain a bit of beauty building there as well. Very good. So next district up and running. We should work on the next service building for the people here then, which would be a chapel. I think we haven't unlocked this yet. No. We still need a few more people, which is fine. So let's go ahead and also get us a few more up there. By the way, here I would probably like to have a triple road or a double road is fine too, just for structuring purposes. And then we just can... Actually, let's go ahead with the fountain layout. Two of them, and then also some dense blocks again. And we can build all of them at once. How very good. And in between here, we can then have our service buildings. But we still need a few more people to move in. No ships at the moment in the new world. It's dangerous for us, really. No defense. Let's go back to the old world, really. As I think, yep, perfect. The sewing machines are working now. A bit logs, a few more logs we need. I thought we had enough. It seems like not. So what we can do is we can keep the boost on the lumberjack huts, but the sawmills are not going to get boosted. And with that, we can actually make sure that we have now a surplus of logs coming in, right? And my sewing machines gets what it needs. And we should also be seeing now the sewing machines coming in. Perfect, one demand fulfilled. And now let's also open up the beer. Look at that, we got 300 positive on the balance. Beer for workers and artisans. And let's just watch how that money goes up here now. That's beautiful. And that makes it all the way worth it, as beer is revolutionizing our economy now. We still have a surplus of 1 ton per minute. So this is still possible. And we're at 3,000. This still goes up here. I think all the way to 4,000, if not beyond. Closing in on 10,000 as well. And of course, the happiness is important here, as with the beer income, my artisans are also getting happy now, or content at least for the first time. They were not that content before. 32 tons of beer is in. And we can also see this here, +1 still on the balance. Just how it should be. And we're sitting at 4,300 with that. And this is a lot of money now coming in. And this will enable us to build more ships now and also more industry. It paves the way basically for more advanced city building. Stay tuned.